so ready to put on the wheels. But we are delayed in getting tires once again because we had to buy mufflers. Mufflers of all things. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping in. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button right now. I appreciate the support very, very much. What do we have in store for today? Well, if you've seen some of my latest videos, recently we got the Q50 tuned, Ecutek tune at Soho Motorsports in Charlotte. And we had some resonated test pipes installed. Long story short, the car is super loud, obnoxiously loud, in fact. So loud that I actually don't even enjoy driving it at this very moment, and my wife can't stand it. So, needless to say, we got to quiet it down, but we want to quiet it down in a way that doesn't impact performance. We got some pretty good numbers, both torque and horsepower, with the resonated test pipes, and even if we go with high flow cats down the road, keep this thing street legal, of course. We have some time and effort put into a free flowing catback system, and we don't want to hinder performance whatsoever. So we don't want the car to be super loud, but again, we don't want to hurt those overall numbers. So what did we decide to do? We went with some Vibrant performance mufflers. We'll open these up in a second and take a look at them, but the nice thing about Vibrant is that they're really high quality, but for a really decent price. I'm familiar with their resonators, have used them in the past, have them on the car right now, and you know, they are, again, really good quality product. We're hoping that their mufflers are no different, but they were actually recommended to me by Nick at Soho Motorsports in Charlotte, the gentleman who so kindly tuned the Q50 just a couple of days ago. The thing about these, and we'll pull these out, is that they are considered a muffler, but they are a straight through design. So they will tone the car down, that raspiness. They'll tone that raspiness down significantly more than a resonator would. Although the construction of this is very similar to a resonator, you'll see. Let's take a look. The other thing I like about Vibrant performance stuff is it's always really well packaged, but it also looks super good. The stuff is always highly polished to this mirror finish, and it just looks nice under the car. So here you go. This is the muffler, of course. That's the other unfortunate thing, is that we took such care in eliminating all of that extra weight. You know, these heavy catalytic converters that are probably, feel like 20 pounds a piece. Got rid of all that, and now here we go, end up putting a muffler on, two mufflers on that weigh approximately the same. So anyway, there it is. Good looking muffler. About 20 inches in overall length. There, something like, 9 inches wide, about 5 inches deep. Size obviously is much more substantial than a typical resonator, and it's quite heavy because it's packed with a lot of material, sound deadening material, but you can see that it is still straight through. So running from here to here, there's obviously a 2 1/4 inch pipe that has all that baffling, or the holes that allows that sound wave to be picked up and tossed into this sound deadening, sound muffling material. So if you're not familiar with how mufflers work, there you go. Sorry to bore you with all that, but I wanted to see what we have going on in the car. Hopefully I can get that done tomorrow, which is Saturday, maybe Monday or Tuesday morning. We'll see when we can make it work, but I can't go much longer with the car sounding like this. Number one, I can't stand it, and number two, I want to be able to get into it and see what the car really can do after the tune. So as you can see, these flow straight through. It shouldn't restrict any of the airflow, and it shouldn't impact the performance all that much. And I confirmed that with Nick at Soho as well. You know, and his comment was not enough to where you'd be able to tell. They are nice looking for a muffler. Well, that's all I can really say about these Vibrant performance mufflers. They look good. Excited to get them on, excited for the car to sound better. So I guess where this video will pick up from is at the exhaust shop, whether it's at the shop or afterwards taking a look. I want to get these installed. A couple of things cleaned up on that whole catback system. There's a couple of joints that there may be a little at weird angles, and I just want to take care of it. I want to make sure there's no vibrations, no weird restrictions, stuff I should have caught in the first place. But we're going to get it all cleaned up. Everything will be buttoned up and dialed in, and hopefully the damn thing sounds good enough to where we can drive it and see what the thing can do. Maybe get the draggy out again. It's been wet for the last 2 weeks, so it's been difficult to do anything anyway. But let's start doing some fun things with this car. Damn, we've put enough time and money into it, so it's time to start enjoying it a little bit. So we will pick up at the exhaust shop. I guess that'll be the next thing you see. Stick around. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. I'm exhausted this morning. I could not figure out why, but daylight savings time, 7:54, which means it's actually 6:54. We're on our way to Inman Muffler Shop. As you know, we're going to get these mufflers installed, but I'm a little bit nervous, so I thought I'd pick the video up from where I left off before we get to the shop. By we, I mean my wife and I, hope this car sounds good now after we get these mufflers installed. They should sound just fine, but it's been such a long process getting this exhaust dialed in, and then we did the test pipes for the tune, and it's just been a thing, and you know, it's always a waiting game. You have plans, or you try to make things happen, and it just doesn't work out, but finally we got it lined up. We're getting to the shop. They open in just a few minutes, and it's going to be good. So we'll pick it up from there. Stick around. Let's do this. Well, we are all finished up at Inman Muffler Shop in Inman, South Carolina. All I can say is that my wife will be happy. The two vibrant Street Power mufflers, although they are a straight through design, definitely toned the exhaust down. That's what I was going for. We wanted to tone it down a little bit. It was very, very loud with the test pipes installed. But this is, I would say, just a hair above stock. Maybe that's not totally accurate. It does have a nice deep tone as I'm cruising at about 70 miles an hour here on the interstate, which is the speed limit. But, and it has a nice tone on acceleration. When you fire it up, it has just a little growl, but it's not loud. It's not loud at all, I'll say that. And I do have the Neuco sound deadener mat in the trunk, so that may be muffling it a bit here in the cabin as well, but absolutely no drone. It is nice and smooth sounding. I guess it just makes it more of a sleeper. The good news is that when I was getting onto the interstate on the ramp, I did a third gear pull from about 40 to 80, and it definitely feels much snappier, more torquey than it did before the tune, and it felt like it was moving pretty good. So I definitely want to get out and do some more testing with the car and, you know, do a full review on the Ecutek tune. But as far as I can tell, adding these mufflers did not hinder performance from what I can tell. The guys at the shop did a great job, I'll say that. They're always, you know, definitely willing to help you out and accomplish the goals that you're trying to accomplish to the best of their ability. Great prices, very fast at getting the work done, and anybody that works, you know, for a living appreciates that. You know, you get in and get out, and there's a lot of value in that as well. So if you're in the Greenville, South Carolina area, check them out. Inman Muffler in Inman, South Carolina. Check out their Facebook page. They always share the projects that they are working on or worked on for that day, and they do more than just muffler and exhaust work. They're starting to get into some, installs and things like that. So if you want to take a look at their Facebook page, I definitely check them out. They work on a lot of cool cars, and you might see a little old black Q50 on their page today as well. Okay, I just did a little test. I wish it would have been on film, but I had to try it out. I did a little 0 to 50-ish pull here on a close road, of course, and I can definitely feel the presence of that additional torque we got from the tune. That's not even a joke. I'm being serious. I didn't really honestly know what to expect or how it would present itself, but I put it in manual mode, turned the traction control off. We are in sport mode, and just mashed it. Hit second gear. I might have even short shifted it. I wasn't paying attention, but I have a feeling it was around 6,500. We hit second gear and spun all the way through second, which I've never done before. It's not even cold. 64 degrees today, so the roads are not like chilly, and I am on the stock run flats. I get that, but I've done these pulls before, and you've seen my draggy video in the past. We didn't get all the way through second gear, spinning the tires, so I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at the little patch we left, but just make sure both tires were indeed spinning. But we got a little sideways. The torque is definitely there. I can feel that 284 at the back wheels, so not too bad. And the exhaust with the windows open actually doesn't sound too bad. Well, wouldn't you know it, it's raining again here in Greenville. All jokes aside, though, I've had a chance to drive the car a little bit today, and I'll be honest, I forgot how nice it was to have a quiet, comfortable car. Of course, I love how that VQ engine sounds. It sounds amazing. Take a look back at some of my older videos. You see we had the thing really sounding nice. The downshifts were super aggressive. It sounded amazing at idle. It sounded really, really strong on acceleration, especially going under the overpass or alongside a barrier. We had an occasional snap or a crackle because we had it opened up with the muffler delete and that 1320 performance Y-pipe. So I did love it. The VQ 3.7 sounds incredible. But there is something kind of nice about getting off of work after a long day, getting in your nice, comfortable car, which these Q50s are, firing it up, and having just a soft, subtle rumble. There is something fun about being kind of unexpected also, and kind of unassuming. Having a car that's kind of nice and quiet, but we got it dialed in. It's flowing and breathing really well, and we got some pretty nice numbers. It's kind of cool to just be stealthy. No, I'm not saying we're incredibly fast. Maybe compared to something like that, or that. Or that. Or this. But the car is pretty quick, and we're just going to have to deal with the quiet exhaust for now. The one thing, though, that I cannot stand, in my last complaint, I swear, is having those big, shiny mufflers sticking out of the rear end. So that might have to change. I just don't know how long I can deal with it. So that is all I have for today, guys. Thank you very much for following along. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. I will respond. I respond to everything, so let me know what you got on your mind. Thanks again for watching very much, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up button as well. I appreciate the support very, very much. We'll see you in the next video.